out here after 30 years, yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
My friends from around the way, a dope boy, and told my mother that to holler at him and see where he loaned her $30,000, and I put my mother in harm's way. So here I'm selfish, you know.
Right.
I'm thinking about my me trying to get out of prison. I'm thinking about my own welfare. I ain't thinking about her. I ain't know the feds or the DTs or somebody watching or the jack boys squatting on this crib or whatever. But I told my mother go around there and tell him that ask to borrow $30,000 and I'm working on my case and whatnot. And when I get out, you know what I'm saying, that I get it back to him.
Right.
And yeah, of course, how was I gonna get this money back? So if I would have got out then, yeah, I was gonna hustle. I was gonna hustle for him to work the money off and get it back to him. But it was desperate measure though, man. And so anyway, man, that kind of hurt. My mother did go over there, and the dude told my mother that if I get to rail 30 grand and they don't let him out, I'm just out of 30 grand.
Right.
And he didn't give it to her.
Right.
Man, my mother told me that I was going through it, man. But the guy I was in the room with, man, he said, man, Star, you gotta get it how you live, yo. And man, it's like, man, when you leave from up here, and he said, man, you hit lowland, that means a lower facility. When you get down to lowland, hustle. And so he started teaching me like what the weights was in prison, which is different from in society. You know what I'm saying? Like what the prices went for, and my mind was like a sponge. Even though now I'm doing my book reading thing, trying to do the do good thing and everything, but I want to get out of prison. And so he told me all about like how much dope to give up, and again what the price was, how much weed, the coke. He also told me about how to meet a plug, you know, get the ab with the staff, employee, CEOs, counselors, dietitians, whoever, you know what I'm saying,
right.
to get the sack in, or the contraband. Yeah, yeah. So he gave me the game and all that, and I was holding on to his every word, man.
Right.
And he gave it to me blow for blow, man. I'm like this. I remember him taking like tobacco and using the spoons and show me the weights.
Yeah.
I remember him taking like the salt packs, putting salt on the table in the cell, and showing me like,
you how to measure it out.
Yeah, and you know, and so while up there, I started working. I did get a job, man. I was saving my money, but I was in my mind, I was like, yo, when I get from up here, I'm gonna get it how I can. And so when I hit lowland, I went to Wallens Ridge. I only stayed in Wallens Ridge for about 3 or 4 months, and went from there to Greenville. When I got to Greenville, it was like them taking a chain off a dog or something, man. Greenville was wide open, especially back then in them days, man. It's slow now. Greenville is still a jacked up camp to be, but it was wide open, man. I mean, and everything was going on in that. Greenville had everything, man.
You can everything you can imagine.
Yeah.
But this so crazy though. So, how many years were you into your sentence before you found out about the Baker Law?
2.
2 years.
Yeah, probably 2 years at that
2
time.
years in your sentence. See, now this is very important, y'all.
Yeah, probably 2 years.
2 years into his sentence, he found out about a law that meant that what happened to him was a misjustice. Even though he committed a crime and he deserved to pay for that crime, he still was given a misjustice of the law because he was sentenced under something that he shouldn't have been sentenced under. So if anything else, he should have had a retrial and been resentenced. But just because he didn't have $30,000, see what I'm saying, then they won't gonna try to help him. But that's where you get confused at, because you say this is the law, and the law is supposed to be here to correct all wrong. So if they here to correct all wrong, why don't they correct that? Because you don't have the money. See what I'm saying? So that's where it goes to. It's not about the law. It's not about the crime. It's about the dollar signs. See what I'm saying? So you ended up doing 22 more years for something that you could have got out for if you had the money.
Yeah.
That's why people always say, well, people who got money don't go to prison. Why? Because they got enough money to pay for the law to work effectively for them. And that's crazy,
and
man.
that means like even from the when I was sharing with y'all from being in the detention on going back and forth to court. So before they even certified me to try me as an adult, before that even happened, that means that everything from the time they certified me to try me as an adult, everything that came after that, the sentence and everything was mute. It was no good.
Yeah, it was.
I was supposed to be gone. They were supposed to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was supposed to be going home. So anyway, but it didn't happen. They even though they lacked jurisdiction of me, and I was supposed to slide, but it didn't happen though, man.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I hit Greenville, man, and I started hustling, man. I remember one of the guys that I'm being observant, you know what I'm saying, to who is who doing what, and I didn't want to get a consumer price. I only had a little money to shake with, so I went to the plug, the main dude. I hollered at him. I mean, and you know how I talk, the square talking I do. You know, I pulled up on this dude, man. I told him my name, my whole handle, and everything, man. Like, yeah, like, yo, you could fact check me, man. This me. I'm Terrell Kelly. I'm from Danville, Virginia, man. Yeah, I apologize for coming up to him out the blue like this and for being in his business, but this is the reason why I wanted to do what I do. And I don't get high, I don't use drugs. I was smoking weed though, but I don't use crack. I don't use heroin or meth or nothing like that when I say I don't get high. But anyway, I told him that I was trying to get money though, and I only had this. And coincidentally, he was familiar with the case because he had some homeboys that or one partner. He said they got out, so he's like, man, you fought. I said, man, you supposed to be home. He said, man, he said, yo, I could tell that you a different dude. He said, man, when you hollered, when you pull up on me, man, he said, you weren't trying to spin me. You ain't come with all the loss. And he said, man, I could feel your genuineness. And he said, man, I'm gonna rock with you. I'm gonna mess with you. And I ain't scored that day.
No. He said what specifically? Let him know. Yeah.
I'm gonna F with you.
F with you, because just because y'all don't know, he don't even cuss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which is a whole nother story. And he don't even cuss at all.
Yeah.
I never heard him cuss, you know what I'm saying, at all since I know him.
Nah.
You know, he say F or he'll say S or something like that, which is
N word.
Yeah, the N word. He don't even use that word neither.
Nah, that's not my vocabulary, man.
But the thing about this is, I want to make this point for them. So actually what you're saying is, once you could not, you know, you or your family couldn't come up with the $30,000 to try to get you out under a law that applied to you, then you took it upon yourself to learn how to hustle in prison so you could try to make the $30,000 to get out. And that was the whole motivation for him to try to hustle in prison, you know, which is dangerous within itself. But his whole motivation was to try to get the money to pay a lawyer to get out from something that you should have rightfully been out for anyway. That's crazy.
So when I hollered at him, and he said that he was gonna mess with me, you know what I'm saying? He got back with me in a few days, and he gave me a good price too. And I dumped it off. He introduced me to one of his homeboys, showed me how to scramble heroin. That was my first pack. Some heroin, showed me how to do it, showed me the different things in prison that they got to use, because you don't have bonita in prison, but dudes get it in. But the other things they use in prison that scramble dope with, showed me how to do it. And I mean, not to toot my own horn, I got good with it too. I was nice with it. I was nice with scrambling the dope, man. But anyway, so I was reading books and studying, trying to find myself and get myself together. So now I done stepped into a whole nother circle, man. I done got into the hustling in prison, man. And all the little charges that, and the lifestyles and the cultures and everything that come with that foolishness, that circle, man. That's when it opened up a whole nother can of worms, man. I started getting crazy charges, man. Never been in a fight in prison the whole time I locked down.
Yeah, that's very, very rare. Very, very, very rare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah.
Especially, it's just very rare, period, but especially if you're into some of the things that you got into.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But
and the camps that I was on too.
Right, and I think a lot of it come for you though, because one of the main reasons was because even though you was into the things you was into, you never got into the gambling.
Yeah.
That's where most of it just, it's just,
yeah.
the larceny is even thicker than the normal loss.
Yeah. So with the hustling, man, I started doing my thing. I believe that I could hustle up 30,000. I mean, it's plenty of money in there. You know
Oh
how
yeah,
it is.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
money in there,
yeah,
dudes strapped and all that. Um, so but the way my homeboy and the people that I'm observing in prison is getting money, I'm more and more believing that I can get this money.
right.
And my packs when I was score, I was dumping them all fast, man. So the money was coming in. The money was coming in. Um, but and as you know, though, I didn't never make it. I ain't
Right.
never hustled on
Yeah.
$30,000. But but and looking back, I don't know nobody that actually hustled their way out of prison. I
No.
know everybody I know that got out of prison, they did the right thing,
Right.
man. Get made
And
parole or either served their time. You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's what it's gonna always come down to. Like I say, when you got to feed the positive and stop the negative, man. When we doing negative stuff, it ain't gonna get us nowhere positive. We
Yeah.
may think it is, or we may trick our mind to think it is, but it ain't gonna get us nowhere positive. You
Yeah.
ain't gonna be able to do a whole lot of negative and get to some positive.
Yeah.
You ain't, cause you feeding the wrong beast.
Yeah.
But that was those lessons learned, man, from you doing time, man. Those was good lessons though. You had to go through something to get to something. And to be at the stage that you at now, man, just to be out here in the free world after doing 24 years from the age of 16, you know what I'm saying? What how you feel now though, just to be out here, just walking around like we on the beach.
All right.
You just getting on the beach
Oh, yeah.
first time.
This how fast how things snowball and change so fast for me, man. This was just last year. Virginia General Assembly passed a bill. I think it's HB 35. Delegate Lindsey, Joe Lindsey, and it was also supported by Senator Dave Marsden, which both of them big advocates for juvenile justice reform, criminal justice reform, both of them. But anyway, last year they passed a bill for if you got convicted, and if you was tried and convicted as a juvenile, you got sentenced to 20 years or more, and you served 20 years or more to make you parole eligible. And so that bill went into effect last July the 1st. So, oh man, yo, I mean the whole for myself. Now I know because my release date is again July. My actual release date was July the 14th, 2026. So now I got the opportunity to parole. You know what I'm saying? Something that I never had. And
Right.
parole, you go up every year. You know what I'm saying? They're reviewing your case. So now I got a shot to get out, man. I'm talking about, man, I was feeling so. And except before even this getting out here, man, that felt surreal. That felt good in itself, man. So then in October, I think it was, they give me a not a release date, a parole date, and my parole date was on November the 17th. And but the whole time, the guy that I mentioned and we shouted out earlier, Reginald Dwayne Betts, the guy I met at South End Receiving and saw him in the farm with my walking partner. But anyway, he got out in 2005, and he done a lot of good things, man. Became a very successful lawyer, and so
not just a lawyer, a Yale Law School graduate. Yale, as in Y, Yale.
Yeah, and so he was like, man, I'm gonna do your parole package for you. And I want to represent you. We put it together, man. He reached out to support us, man. Helped me out a whole lot, man. His legal team, man, and when it came down to it, he gave me some mock. He used to give me mock interviews on the phone, with the parole, the questions and stuff.
Right.
The type of information and response and stuff that they may be looking for. You know what I'm saying? And also just how to sell myself and really more accurately present myself. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a lot of pointers on it, man. So anyway, I went on November the 17th, man. It took him like 7 months. June the 24th, I think it was, I was on St. Bride's Correction Center at that time when they let me know, the council let me know, man, that I made parole. Yeah, man, I go in the office and she was like, congratulations. And so I'm like, on what? So she reached in the folder and she had the paper and it said parole with my name, state number up there.
Wow.
I don't seen over the years. I don't seen a many of them joints with denied on the joint. You know what I'm saying? I don't seen a many. I don't seen a couple. Well, not a couple, a few. You know, with dudes actually making parole.
Right.
And I always wondered and imagined like what that feel like to be getting out. You know what I'm saying? And so I made parole, man, and my family was excited for me. My friends were excited for me. I can't thank my friend Dwayne. I can't thank him. I can't thank him enough, man.
Absolutely.
And to make first parole, the first time I went up, man, I made first parole, yo. And also, and you know, since you've been home, we've been in constant communication. I mean, step by step, man. And then for me, when I made it, and when you let me know that, you know, that you won't get up with me when I get out, and we was gonna see some things, do some things, whatnot. So now to be out here,
seeing them and doing them.
yeah, and yeah, everything that you said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you've been doing it for me though, man. And
It's amazing.
I mean, even when I first ran across and when I first met you up Greenville, I was with one of your friends, and he was a good friend of mine. And when you came to the camp, I think that was your second time there.
Yeah, that was my second time.
Yeah, and so, and meeting you there, and you giving me the pieces, and when we met, I was still into the penitentiary foods. You was in the penitentiary foods too, but you showed me how to bet, man.
Right.
And even when a cat was doing wrong, you was showing me and telling me how to do it wrong, right. I guess if I don't know if that make any sense, how to do wrong, right. Yeah, because I mean, prison and hustling in prison is different.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
things.
You move differently. You conduct yourself different. But the advices you gave me though, it kept me away from things such as fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Danger. That's what it was meant to do. Because like I say, when you're gonna give young people advice, you know, when you go through something, you experience something, then it's your job, man, to let people know that's around you that ain't went through what you went through and may have to steer them away from it. So that's what I used to try to do for you and all the other little young cats that I ran across, man.
And even and outside of the penitentiary foolishness though, I mean, just as far as helping me, man, because I'm still very young way back then, man, just advising the transition into adulthood, manhood, man, and being able to have talks with you, man, that I wasn't able to have with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And that I could really be vulnerable with. I could really disclose certain things, man, like and get some real and sound advice. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying, you looking at me funny or whatnot.
Right.
Because it's hard to it's hard to find a good friend, a person like that, first of all. But it's hard to be that open with someone, you know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of people want to put on airs. They don't want to let people know they're scared. They don't want to let people know their fears. They don't want to let people, you know that, man, what if I don't get out? What if this happens? People don't want to say that, but those are thoughts and those are emotions and those are feelings that you actually have. But usually in prison, you can't talk to nobody about that because everybody's for themselves.
Yeah,
and everybody else, we probably look, they got my own problems, man. They ain't got time for you. But like I say, in life, in prison and outside of prison, you only gonna meet a certain amount of people, man, in your life that's gonna be in your life that really want to see you do well as much as they want to do well themselves. You just got to be able to acknowledge that when they in your presence, man. I heard some recently say, never ever, man, get rid of a good friend, man, no matter what, because of the simple fact that you only gonna run into a few people like that in your life. And even the ones that's in your family, it's gonna be people in your family gonna always love you because you got that blood connection, but you gonna have some that you know that they locked in with you whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you never let petty beefs and petty misunderstandings and stuff get in the way. But one of the unique things about me and your friendship was, and I only had a few dudes like that, well, we never had any controversy. No matter what, we never had any controversy about anything, you know what I'm saying, throughout the time that I know you. But like I say, you a different type of dude. You a genuine dude, man, and it comes off in your persona, man. And I'm just glad to see you out here. I know you're going to do well. I know your family glad to see you out here. This is just the beginning. You get ready to see a lot of things and do a lot of things, man, that you wasn't able to do, you know what I'm saying, while you was incarcerated. And a lot of your dreams gonna come true because our dreams is different from the regular person's dream. Our dreams, like being out on the beach, that was one of your dreams. A lot of your dreams,
you made it happen for
a lot of your dreams are gonna come true, just like mine. My dreams are still coming true. But man, it's good to see you out here.
Yeah.
Bigger and better things coming, man. And Reginald Dwayne Best, the interview with him coming. The man that he talked about, the man that helped facilitate him getting out. We're going to do a lot more things over here on Team Banky Pam, man. We're going to have more stuff with Terrell Kelly. You know, we're going to have more in-depth conversations with him. So hopefully y'all watching this right now, y'all enjoy this. Y'all got something out of it. You know, like I say, it's a blessing in every lesson, man. And the blessing is, you know, he went in as a child, man, but he came out as a man. And not only did he come out as a man, he came out as a better man, you know, a better man, you know. And he gonna do big things out here, man. And y'all stay tuned, man. And I'm gonna let him tell you anything he want to tell you in closing. And we'll see y'all on the next one.
Yeah, the viewers is out there, the subscribers. This is authentic as it get right here, man. I see since I've been home on the little YouTube phone thing and all that, man. Other little shows, similar nature shows and whatnot, man. But and I've seen many of prison movies, books on prison magazines and everything though. But your platform, you know what I'm saying? This is raw as it get. This is authentic as it get, man. And I encourage you all, you know, to get any of y'all friends, family. I encourage you all to have them, you know, support Banky, subscribe to his joint, and again, man, him using his platform to reach out to the audience out there, man, share his stories, and just bring some insight, you know, to the life out there, and also out here, man. Yeah, man, I'm proud of you, man. Everything you've been doing, man, since you've been home, yeah, and it's crazy though,
we
man.
just starting. It's a movement.
It's a movement.
Be safe, be smart, make good decisions. Team Banky Pam, stand up.
The Banky special.
Yeah,
Pure delicious.
pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.